Hey everybody, welcome to the Song of Ice and Fire Battle Reports. I'm back with Owen from Game with the Cooler, and today it's Starks versus the Free Folk. We're trying out your all Gigante list with Mance.
Mostly Gigante.
Mostly Gigante.
You could get to one more. You could get
to max
Drop
Gigante.
All the NCUs, bring another giant.
Well, this was of course the thing that everybody talked about as soon as this army dropped was like, how do you, the giants are amazing, how do you just do a giant army? So we're giving it a go. We've done a game already with the Night's Watch. You can watch that up one above in the playlist, and today it's going to be Howland Reed hunting giants in the Northlands.
Yep.
With his Cranamag Warden and a unit of archers. I'm not using the trackers. I'm not super sure how to use them yet, so I'm trying out the archers with the Warden, which is kind of an obvious play. And then some old Stark staples.
Do now.
That's it. That's it. Well, we do have a giant on our flag, so maybe we're good at heightened giants. I don't know. A chained up giant. Yeah, it's like a huge chained up giant, like on their flag. Is that House Umbers like?
I guess I'm just not remembering.
I don't know. It's on the flag.
I can't remember all. There's so much like sigils.
It's true. Yeah.
I can't. Yeah.
There's too much.
There's a dog on one of them, and
a wolf, and a bear, and a lion, and an elk.
Yeah. There's a lot of animals.
So let's look at the armies. We'll get this underway. So here's my 40 points of Starks. It's going to be led by Howland Reed, Lord of the Cranogs, and my other NCUs I've got Sansa and Lord Varys. And then for my combat units, I have Sworn Swords with Bran. I have a Cranamag Warden with a unit of archers. I have a unit of Berserkers with Rob, and then I have a unit of Berserkers with a Sworn Sword Captain. And then of course Summer and Grey Wind as my two doggos. That's it, 40 points, grand total of 9 activations for the Starks. And then here's the Free Folk. You've got the Lord Master himself, which is Mance Raider, hanging out, being the boss.
The king beyond the wall.
He's in Spearwives. And then we got Craster and Lady Val. Yeah. And 4 Gigantes. And so that's your army. It's scheduled 8 activations for the Free Folk. Sorry, 7 activations, right? Because he's actually in a unit. He's not NCU. The other version is an NCU. Here's our table set up for a Clash of Kings. We have our 1, 2, 3 objectives. We have 2 12-inch deployment zones, so they are corner and corner, and we only start with 2 units deployed. So I won the deployment roll for terrain, which means I've set up the first unit. We've placed, Owen just decided to put corpse pals everywhere. So it's corpse pal o'clock. My proxy commander.
Round 2. More Free Folk have arrived.
And the giants just keep coming back. Apparently we stumbled into giant territory. So Rob's going to be my because I have an NC commander, he'll be my commander proxy on the table. And I will also deploy the other unit of Berserkers. You know what? We're not going to do any Berserkers. We're going to do Grey Wind. That way Rob and Grey Wind start on the table. These guys will deploy off. And you're going to do a giant, and of course, Mance to start. Alright, so we're deployed. I got Grey Wind over here in this zone, and then we have the man, the legend that is Rob, hanging out over here. You got Gigante and Spearwives, and the rest of the posse sit in the back. So we're ready for turn 1. I won the roll-off for deployment, which means I have the crown first turn. Sorry, I chose deployment zones, which means you're actually first point on turn 1. So it's all you, turn 1.
Alright, Lady Val's gonna go. We're gonna take this ability away from you.
Okay, makes sense.
Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take this one away from you.
Ah, I see.
And I'm gonna use it on my giant man, and he's gonna just advance up, as you do.
Alright, well we're gonna drop, I don't know, let's say Varys? No, Sansa. She's gonna grab the draw. Drawn 2, and I'm gonna place a panic token on those guys. Back to you.
Cool. I'm gonna take the crown.
As you do.
I'm gonna replace it so I can just draw a card and heal.
Okay.
I got nothing to heal, so I'm just gonna draw.
I'm gonna go with a little Grey Wind. He's gonna take a free maneuver. Head over here. Pivot, and then he's gonna march 12. And go 8. And 4 more. And just touch that guy. It's a giant.
Yep, he'll get slowed a little bit, but more than enough to make it there.
Well, I think it's time to drop the old Swift Advance. When a friendly infantry unit activates, they may immediately make a free maneuver. So we're going to have Rob go. He's going to pivot. He's speed 7 right now because Rob adds +1 movement. And then pivot. And then we'll charge. Going through dirt. So we're disordered, but we have lots of room. That's 9 total, so I'm still well with an 8. And we'll go 50-50 this way. So they're 8 base.
3s.
Hit on 3s.
No rerolls.
No, but there's 4 at -1.
4+. Takes a wound.
Test.
We're okay.
9, you're good. Still got some spears.
We'll march up. So 10 goes to 9.
Yep.
because of the spookiness. And then we'll pivot as you do.
Well, then we're going to have Varys take the sword. And we're gonna fight again. That's right. Hit on 3s. Woo! There's 3 hits.
Now there's still sundering, right?
Yep. Always sundering.
No damage.
No damage. Howland gets to go. And gets to jump on here. He'll influence your giant, but doesn't really do anything. No conditions to remove. So that's turn. Alright, start around. Well, let's drop a Sunsaw in the fight. And Berserker's gonna Berserk. 8 attacks. Try and do a wound this time, guys.
I believe. There you go.
There you go. 6 at -1. I should get a wound out of this. Maybe 2. 1. That's what I thought. Just getting madder.
I mean, he could just hit them.
He could.
Is there any value in that?
I don't know.
I think what we're gonna do is have Mr. Craster go.
Okay.
Yeah, you could still fight with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And remember, he can replace with heal and draw too if you want.
Yeah. I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
I'm gonna do heal and draw.
Okay. So take 2 off. Oh, it's so useful. Yep. All right. Well, then we're gonna do.
So, are you activating him?
I'm gonna activate Howland yet.
Okay. I'm gonna say if you go on the maneuver
Okay.
or the draw card, this procs.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go on the draw.
All right. So you went there. So I choose an enemy combat unit. They take D3 plus 2 wounds.
Okay.
So he dies.
And he's dead. That's neat. So I didn't know what the results of this actually were. So I should have taken the crown because yeah, it just kills the dog.
Blam! Take 5 wounds.
Take 5 wounds. So yeah, he just dies. I should have just jumped on the crown then.
Put a
Yeah.
condition token on Mr. Gigante.
Well, first I get to draw. So I draw 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to influence the Gigante, so he is at -1 to hit. Invulnerable, yep.
Yeah.
And I think that's that. That's going to deploy.
Long range.
I'm going to deploy good old Bran and Hodor with the Sworn Swords right there. Val's going to go.
And she's going to take this one and move Mr. Giant.
Okay. I'm going to cancel your ability to move off the board. Actually, yes, because it wouldn't matter because you replace.
I either replace that or take that.
It's the same thing, so I'm just going to try and cancel on a 3+ with Varys. Nope, I'll
wanna
re-roll
try
it. Yep. It's gone. Tries left with Varys. Okay. Well, I guess we just try and blow up Mance's unit. Make a test. -2 because of the corpse pile.
We're good.
Reroll
Both of
both.
them?
Yeah.
We're better.
Jesus. You're going to maneuver.
Just a little bit.
Touch the zone.
Touch that.
Back to me. I'm going to deploy Team Cranamag right there. And right here, actually. Back to you.
We'll bring in a giant.
As you do.
Hello, Rob.
The do-over giant. All right. Let's bring in Summer.
Yes, bring in more dogs. Delicious, delicious direwolves.
You?
We'll bring in another one. No, he won't. He's gonna swing.
Okay.
Hitting on a 3.
Hit on 3.
He did it. 4 damage.
Yep, before I strike because you're not wounded anymore.
Yeah.
Take a -1, so 4 more. We're good. Let's deploy some more Berserkers. To you.
Well, there's only 1 deployment left.
That's true.
Mr. Giant Man. The question is, do I go right here?
You can.
I could. But I kind of want to just win hard on the one side.
That's true.
So I think we will. We're going all in
On Robbo?
on Robbo.
Sweet.
This one will come from a little bit behind. In your back arc, I think.
Okay.
That's your back, it looks like.
Hmm.
And there we go.
All right, time for Robbo to go. And I've got also the ability to... No, that's it. That's all I got. So I could swing or I could retreat. It's almost worth me retreating.
They came out of the fields. That they were just like sleeping
They were
in
just
the
standing in
cornfield.
the fields. Yeah.
And then Rob was like, oh, we'll take this. We've got to kill this beast. And then 2 more of them just like stood up.
I think that's what we do. I think we retreat. So we're going to retreat D6 plus 7, -1. So 10 goes to 9.
Sweet. Straight back, I assume?
No, I'm going to go this way. Yeah.
Here, let's
So
use
one
that
more inch, yeah, if you want. Other way.
Let's shave an inch off that way. You have a line.
Sure.
You're going to the 10.
Yeah. Go to there, and then I can pivot. I'll pivot like this, and then he can turn if he'd like as well.
Might as well. Not give you the free flank.
You score 2 at the end of the round because you hold 2. You have the crown now on round 3, and it's 2-0. And get something new.
We're going to keep this one
Okay.
and dump the rest of this.
I'm going to keep my hand. Read Owen's cards before I make decisions because I would have totally scored 2 points in the last round, if not for being foolish.
Giant Man's going to charge these guys.
Okay, 2 pick lowest. He's okay. In he goes. Do you want a 50-50 so another giant can go in?
Yeah.
Otherwise you block your charge.
50-50 that side.
Okay.
There we go. And then 1 attack hitting on a 2. Rerolling. He does it. And so it's D3 plus 1. 3.
Blarp. Test. 4 plus minus 1. Oof. So 2, so 2 more. I think we have to retreat, but we're going to claim a zone to do so. And just peel off, going 7. Do. So I go 9 again. So we'll go like that. Not into the woods, so you can't see me with Mance. And just pivot like this. Crash is gonna go. Grab some cards.
Jump on that. You gonna stop me?
Nope. I got nothing to do that. Oh, I could actually. Yes, I'm gonna use my Varus. Nope. And yep, it's gone. The Varus is out of denials. Oh, and surprise! I'm gonna swift advance my Berserkers. And they're gonna go up 6. Like so, and they're gonna charge. They do, and they'll go 50-50 this way. 8 attacks. And I reroll because I'm charging. And then after dice are rolled, I'll make you vulnerable with the order on my Sworn Sword Captain. And a -1. -2, actually. Reroll. So you lose 8. 7.
You had...
Oh, he's 7 times, yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go.
That's panic at -2. Goes to 3.
There's
so
6
3
normally?
more. Yeah, because of
3.
him, so 3 more. Their activation.
Cool. We're gonna take this,
Makes sense.
and we're going to use it as a maneuver, I think. I have to get an inch away from you
You have to be outside of me, yeah, when it's done.
at the end.
Yeah, you can go sideways or forward.
We're gonna retreat.
Okay, and she counts claiming as the horsey, so she can do a retreat. Yeah. D6 -1.
We did it.
So you go total of whatever you move -1.
Then we rotate.
So you're still touching it?
Yes.
Sweet. And then you're treated, so I get to pivot. I'm going to drop him in the crown. Make Mance's unit make a test. -1, -2.
Hold in there. 8.
6.
We're good.
Yeah,
6 is
not
perfect because Mance is there.
That's it. It's going to go.
He's just gonna march up behind his giant friend
As you do.
and hold the button.
Howland's going to jump on here and we'll restore 3 wounds to Rob's unit.
Yep.
And we have no unfriendly conditions out right now.
Because Varus canceled my...
Your dealie?
given.
Yeah. I'll attach myself to, I guess, Mance's unit.
That's fair.
At start of your activation, is he going to move?
Thinking about it.
I'm going to make... Okay, who's activating?
He's activated.
Okay, I'm going to make him -2 movement.
Okay. So 6. Woo!
He'll pivot because he's marching. Well, these fools are going to go. They're going to shift forward 2. Check range. I ignore terrain and models. And I'm just out. So close.
So close.
No attacks.
The Mance and friends are going to go. They're going to shift the tiniest bit.
Okay, so when you activate, I'm going to play Bogtrog Devil Ambush. Take D3 plus 2 hits. Take 4 hits.
5 plus. Laughing.
Oh.
1 dies.
Oh my god. Here's my Berserkers.
Yep. I think I have 3 now. Yep. I go for 7, 7, 3.
Love it.
Take 1.
5.
Yeah.
This guy. Morale for them.
Oh, they're fine.
You don't mind when it gets a read. Yeah, that's right. Brian Hodor's unit gonna go. I'm just gonna maneuver and pivot like this. Gigante. As you do. Rob's gonna go. Now he has enhanced mobility, which means he can pivot before marching. So he's gonna go like this. March. And then pivot back. Like so. And they're done. And then I've got my doggo left. We're just gonna maneuver march. Yeah, like this, and then back. I'm gonna go 18 for each of us. End of the round. And I have the crown on turn 4. All right, well then, it is my first activation. You're gonna dump your hand. Draw 3 new.
Give me the...
Okay, I'm gonna grab, with Varus, the sword. I'm gonna shift with these fools, 2. And I'm gonna fire an Mance's unit. 6 shots, hitting on 4s, but I get to, because you're not activated yet, I get to re-roll because of my Cryonic Gordon.
Okay.
Because of opportunity fire. Okay. Take 6 saves.
6 5 pluses.
Oh my god!
Did it.
Oh my god! That's down
that
2. That'll score me 3. Plus unit, and that'll put me there. Put it in.
Yeah. Looking for a 1, basically. He did it. 6.
There you go.
And he'll,
50-50.
Yeah.
2 plus 3 roll.
Yeah. He did it.
D3 plus 1.
3.
3. Carry test on a 6. We're okay. So I'm gonna drop Howland onto, I think, the money bag. Put some berserkers back in this tray. And we're gonna influence the giant that could charge Grey Wind. Last one to hit. And I have no unfriendly conditions to remove. Just gonna go.
We'll draw 2 tactics.
And place a condition.
And place a condition. What kind of conditions do we like? We like the panicky kind
That's true.
on those guys. Because damage ones are totally irrelevant.
You just cause wounds. All right. So then I'm gonna use Sansa, and we're gonna. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What's that one?
Wildling Diplomacy. I choose these 2. Go ahead, Sansa. Which one do you want to take to lose this dog? We're going to put her dog down again. This time it's her own choice.
Yeah. We'll grab the maneuver.
Sit.
Okay, just dies. So I'm going to do the North Remembers then. When a friendly unit is destroyed, target a friendly unit and remove an activation token from them. If I control the swords, I get to heal 3 wounds as well. So I'll put 3 wounds back onto... None of them's activated yet.
Yep.
So I can put 3 wounds back into Rob's unit over here. I think we put them back over here.
Okay.
This is the dog killer. But you only got 2 of them, so that one's gone now. And I'm going to use that to...
Wait, didn't they activate?
Maneuver this guy.
You shot? No, Varys did it.
Yeah, Varys did it. So we're going to pivot here. Yeah, we're going to pivot and then go 5 up into the woods.
And it doesn't slow you, right?
It does. It just doesn't stop charges.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it slows you down 1 inch, but it doesn't disorderly charge you. Like that, and then pivot again. Meticulous planning.
Discard this card and 1 tactics card. I can look through my tactics deck for any card I want.
Oh, here comes
I'm going to get rid of Regroup and Reform, which is I sacrifice infantry to heal other infantry.
Right. It starts.
And currently you have these 3 units that have not activated, right?
I do, yes.
Okay. We're going to Sansa.
Okay.
I mean, red Sansa.
Yep.
And we're going to maneuver this feller up to here.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm going to use my Anytime Sansa ability to search my discard or draw pile for a card. And I'm going to grab Swift Advance. The back of my hand.
Twice, right?
She can do it once, anytime. I'll play Swift Advance on Rob's unit. They'll go spin around. Move 6 to your flank. Or 7, sorry, actually, because they get to make a maneuver.
Woo!
Pivot them back.
Woo!
And then they'll charge.
Woo!
And they go. I will 50-50 you back this way. Yep, to get an arc, everybody. Attacks on 3s. Rerolling for the charge.
Good.
And there's 6 at -2, because you're flank. So 5s. 2 wounds.
Block 2s. Takes 2. Yep.
At -2. Yeah, he's fine. You want up?
Yeah. Oh, I think he actually misses it. Right now. This guy.
You're gonna
This guy's
shift.
Gonna go.
Now you can shift to a line anywhere you want on my base if you want, instead of just turning around. You have to where you are.
Keep staying there.
Okay.
Now, do I have to shift to here to be 50-50 with you?
Yes, that's how you would then be 50-50.
All right. And so I will do that, and I will bash you with my stick. I do.
Okay.
D3 plus 3. 5.
It's just gonna get madder.
Me too.
So I'll test add -1. We're good.
Cool.
We're gonna go with Brand Hodor's units.
Yeah, alright.
We'll do our attacks, and we'll use Stark Fury. 8 on 3s, sorry. And we'll do D3 additional hits from Hodor. So that's 6 plus D3, which is 3 more, so 9.
Mods?
Nope.
9 3 pluses. Oh, 5 failed, so 2 damage.
D3 casualties from the Fury. Ugh, 3 dead. For you,
He's okay.
maneuver.
Yeah, because he can't quite march to where I want him to be. So he's going to go like that.
Okay.
And just kind of watch these guys.
We will.
Oh, sorry. So you have these 2 units left, right?
Yes.
I am going to play a card. Oh, this isn't nearly as good. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. I will pivot and maneuver. So I'm going to go to there.
Yeah.
Whoop. Touch that. Turn around. Be ready.
Doesn't know which way it's coming from. But he knows it's coming.
And it's coming. And then these guys will just march
Yep.
on the middle.
Another unit coming in.
You have another unit to activate and come in, because my dogs don't come back.
Hello.
Hello. Spearwives have arrived for spearwifing, and that is turn. I'm going to score 3 and go to 8. You're going to score 1 and go to 5.
Yep.
You are first turn 5. Have the thrones.
Gonna toss one, draw a new.
Yeah, I got to draw 1, I think. Over to you. Go with Robbo's unit. Just kill him.
Let's try.
Hits.
Yeah. You die.
Yep.
It does minimum damage.
Yeah.
Actually, it does.
They just explode.
Lots of damage. 6.
It does major damage. And then you get to maneuver. Yeah, you get 3 for that, which means you go to 8 as well.
Move 4, and then rotate back.
Okay. Play cards for activation.
You have 2 plus unactivated units. So these ones.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick these guys. If you activate them, I get to make an attack.
Okay. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to drop her on there and get them a free action because they're not activating. Third Fury again, +1 to hit on 3s. And then D3 extra hits for Hodor. So it's 10.
3 plus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he takes 2 more. Going down to 1 wound left.
Ouch. There's another D3. Plays 3 more. Big guy's going to go. He's going to go.
That one's gonna go.
Sure.
Yep. 2 plus. He does.
Does.
You die.
Your plus.
D3 plus 5.
Yeah, that's 6 that kills him.
Kablam! Does 6.
Exactly enough. And the one for you, go to 9. I'm going to have Howland drop onto that. We're going to attach Howland to this guy. We're going to have these Zerkers do a maneuver. So we're going to go 5. And up to there. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and then just pivot. Over to you.
We're gonna go with our good buddy. I don't have any good tactics cards, so they don't really. What's their leadership?
Like 7. Not
All right,
great.
let's go with that. Craster's gonna take the crown, and we're gonna crown them at -2 because of spooky bodies.
6. There's 1. Rob's unit's going to come back. My pump zone.
Yeah, charging.
Going for it.
He did it without messing up.
He did it.
And he'll sit like that.
Yep.
So he's hitting on a 3 right now, but he does reroll. He cranked it.
Okay.
D3 plus 1, 4.
Use 4. Whoop. I'm going to play Direwolf's Fervor. That unit gains +1 to my panic test, +1 for each rank. So I'm +2 to my test, -1 for the scary thing nearby.
Yep.
So I'm +1 overall. And then I control the sword, so your unit takes D3 wounds. So I'm okay. And then you take D3 wounds. Take 2. Well, we're going to drop old Varys on the money bag. And we're going to replace that zone's effects with Sudden Charge. One friendly unit may make a free charge action. I control the pony, so the enemy becomes vulnerable as well. We're just going to charge in here. We do. You're also vulnerable now.
Yeah.
So it's 8 attacks on 3s. Rerolling. So that's going to be
7.
7 at -3. So 6s.
I didn't do it. I died.
Okay.
I almost did it.
I go to 9. Like a free maneuver. There we go.
She'll maneuver them, and they're going to just walk up onto the point here.
I'm going to activate my...
I'm going to play a card.
Okay.
If you activate these guys,
Okay.
I get to make a free attack.
Okay. I'm going to activate, I guess, my destroyed unit of Sworn Swords. Right here, because they hadn't activated yet.
Yeah. Spearwise are going to go. They're going to shift 2. Shift 1, basically, through the bodies. And throw spears in them, in their backs.
Sounds good.
7 shots, hitting on 4s. Take 2 at -2, because we're in your back.
6 doesn't matter. 6 is no matter what. Oh, 2. We're going to retreat with these guys. They're going to go back a bunch, but they're just going to stay on the objective. Hello. Like so. Last activation, he just moves around a little bit.
Yep.
And I guess we charge with... I think I can fit here. You're vulnerable here, which makes you easier to kill. But I think we charge here instead. Just to be safe. We have to go through either way. We're okay. So we'll go into this one.
Front, side.
I don't think I fit there. I can go through my friendly unit, just see if I fit. Because I'll do this one if I can do it. Get the measuring devices out of. So I can actually, yes. I can
Does
do
my guy move?
this guy ends up engaged with me.
Oh.
Because we go middle to middle. So I line center to center, you get brought in, and then we fight. So it's
8 attacks.
8 attacks. Actually, you know what? It actually didn't matter who I charged. Charge him instead. Oh, the flank does matter actually in this case, doesn't it?
And the weakened.
Well, no, because I make him vulnerable on the charge with the captain anyway. Okay. So either one would be vulnerable.
The flank.
But the flank is the biggest part here. So it's going to be 8 attacks on 3s. Rerolling.
Didn't roll bad.
And then 7 at -2.
Looking for 4, 5s. I'm dead.
Okay. And then
1,
I just
2, 3. Yep.
I shift because I'm engaged. So I'll just shift to face you. Like that. Loop. That'll put me a point. So I go to 10. But then we score the objectives at the end to see who has the differential.
You go 12 to my 11.
To 11, that's right, at the end of it. Because you get 2 and I'll get 2 from the middle. That's it. Closes the com. 11 and 12 at the end of the game. With Gigantes being horrifying when wounded. So we go into the game. Man, Giants are tough. Super tough. Especially when you have no way of like killing them at range and you have to deal with them. Because you just make them mad. Like as soon as, if you go first, you can't alpha strike them really. You want them to go first and then hit them.
But the thing is like, you don't want them to have the charge. Because you're guaranteed to have it.
Yeah.
And like,
well, they don't do it until they're wounded. The charge isn't so bad. Killing 4 models isn't so bad at maximum, right? Losing a rank, I'm not terrified of. It's when you kill like 6.
Because you can max damage is 8 a turn.
It's 8 per turn. You could just like over 2/3 of my unit just dies from a single hit, and that's like. You don't want to. You can't take those back to back because if you get like
twice,
that's what I mean.
Hit them and then sword. And
I had to get the sword as fast as possible because you would just like torpedo a unit with the Giants otherwise.
Yeah.
They are slow. Like we felt that in this game because like they don't have a free maneuver like a lot of little cavalry units do.
It looks like there's 2 ways because like you saw what I did with Mance Raider killing dogs.
Yep. The first one was my mistake because I didn't actually read the card.
Yeah. The second one though there was no choice. You had to do it at that point.
Yeah.
You activated it.
Yeah. Because I thought that card was an infantry unit, so I thought my dog was safe. And then reading it was just combat unit, and it just killed Greywind. And I would have had 2 extra points at this end of that turn if I hadn't lost Greywind. But yeah, no, like you just set a trap. You wait till there's 2 spots left on the board,
and then you go, okay, well, and even
Soaring Mountain that rides.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Soaring Mountain, Soaring Scorpion, because I'll just do it twice and kill a Scorpion. Like,
that's right.
There's not,
and you do have tech with Meticulous Plan to get that card in your hand if you want it.
I can search for it. If you're playing Starks, you can just find it.
I feel like Mance wants to have a big hand. He wants to be able to dig through his cards too. So like that first turn for you is a lot of like grabbing cards, getting Crasher out there to get an extra card. Because you can get 3 extra cards with him. Crasher's 1, plus the draw. You don't have any other tech right now for getting extra cards, I don't think. Mance doesn't have anything himself.
There's kind of a... Looking at all of their tactics, like there's so much like if you have 2 units, if there are 2 units, if there's 2 units.
It's trading 1 giant for 2 units of raiders and a spearwife captain or a raid leader, so you can because raid leader gives you that order where another unit can charge after a charge too.
Activates.
I think that makes this army like very flexible all of a sudden.
You trade 2 of those giants for 4 units of raiders, and it becomes a much more
flexible army,
doable army.
Yeah.
Because a lot of your tactics cards are just kind of wasted because they're only infantry, or they only function with infantry.
And you had a couple turns too where giants are just standing around because they can't get to the combats fast enough too.
Or they have to wait. Like
or they're waiting to hold the objectives, where you can leave the raid guys behind to go do that.
Yeah. I actually wonder if it's better to have the raid guys go fight and die and the giants hold the objectives.
They're harder to kill later on.
And the giants, I can bring the raid guys back. always, and they're
Always,
worth
yeah,
enough
regardless of scenario too.
and they're not worth
Yeah,
anything.
that's
So,
it's
like,
actually not a bad play to have them
go
buy
fight,
time.
die for a while, stall.
Well, because I'm not using a wolf or mountain the rides or anything to get those giants off the objective. It's just not going to work.
Like you're going to charge him with the wolf,
there's no
worse than
yeah, exactly. There's no ghost assassinating giants.
Yeah.
Right? He'll kill mountain the rides, but he won't kill the giants. The giants will just laugh and then smush him.
Yeah, rolling 2 plus,
And he's dead.
or even more likely, he goes to bite them, and then the giant just ignores it, and Mance kills it.
You had much more flat dice this game too. You didn't have any bad spikes either way. It didn't like the first game we played. You had a bad crash with your attacks, your giants, and that I think made them not look so good.
You only have like 5 dice. Every 2+ is a big loss.
Every one is a huge loss. Yeah. Over 6 dice in the course of a game, having 3 of them be ones was not good.
Yeah.
I realized that I should have actually made that card captain my NCU proxy commander as opposed to Rob, because the Sworn Sword captain is way better at potentially having the berserkers kill giants than the other guys are. I can't do it in a single round, but if I can get you after you've activated and use my Sword Advance to get myself out there to go charge you.
Yeah.
Even better if I can get you, because that first turn, if I can get you with Swift Advance, then Sudden Charge, so I'm actually not even using my action to charge, and then I can fight myself afterwards, I could potentially kill you, because I can weaken you on the charge with the Sworn Sword Captain. And then you re-roll, like, it's 4s, but it's 4s re-rolling. Right. I'll never have enough attacks to hit you, to like actually kill you up front, because I only start with 8. I don't have Cat in this army. Which is max is 4. But if I can do 2 rounds, I can probably kill you.
Yeah.
I won't have the second one be weakened, you have to get bad dice, but I might kill you. But you will just make a mess. Like, even if you haven't activated, you'll make a mess of me, but that's actually kind of good, because I'll swing back with more dice.
Like, the minimum number
the berserkers get more dice then, though. That's not a terrible thing for me.
Yeah. I just mean that, like, the minimum is 6.
Yep.
Because it's 5 in the 1, and then
it's horrifying how much damage you can do.
They're pretty neat.
6 to 8 damage. Well, they're such a centerpiece of the army too. I think it's so tempting to build an army around them. But I think you're right. I think the way the decks are constructed for the free folk especially, a more balanced approach is probably going to be the army that shakes it being the best.
Yeah, they don't have really any tactics that you can do.
Yeah.
Like there are tactics that one of the ones that I had pulled was if you have 2 units engaged, the enemy's -1 to hit.
Yeah.
Which is like, hey, that's really good. That'll save a giant. But they're so hard to get 2 of them into combat because you're
right. Whereas if you have the raid leaders now, you can just instantly get 2 of them into combat if you want. Or if you're countercharging, you can get 2 of them into combat. Like,
yeah. So like Tormund does that, but Mance kills the dogs. So
I don't know, 6 1/2 dozen the other. I do think that the biggest thing with Song of Ice and Fire so far for me, having played a bunch of games now, is learning the core competency of what your tactics deck does. You always have to bear that in mind. Like every leader brings like a new kind of like gimmick to the army, but your deck always has like a core strength of what it does. The Starks, it's all maneuvering. The Lannisters, it's all denial plays and morale like damage and stuff like that. And with the whatchamacallit, the Night's Watch, it's all about making your units better. Right? It's all about attaching vows, making your units better.
These guys are clearly they're force multipliers when they have multiple units.
Yeah,
like that's the jam, and then they have the ability to bring those units back, so you don't have to worry too much about the negatives.
Yep.
And they've made it so you don't have to pay the costs. I think the Giants don't function right now.
I think they do as support. I think they're not. They're just not. They're not the keystone of the army, right?
There's something that needs to happen. They need to get like a activate sword attack guy, or like an influence change.
And obviously that's going to change when the first Heroes box comes out and stuff too. So we're only seeing like one dimension of the army right now.
There's something that needs to come out, like a commander. Like give me 1/1. Give me a giant commander.
I think raid leaders by themselves actually really fix commanders, right? Because you can send in a soft unit and have that second unit go afterwards. Yeah. And it's I think it's even just activate. It's not even charge. Like they can go walk onto something if they want to. So you can use it to drag guys up. Because it's just a chain activation, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so it's not. No, it doesn't have to be a charge like counter charge is. Yeah. So like, I think the raid leaders are a big key of that, and they're so cheap. I mean, you're getting a 1-point character and a 3-point unit to give yourself
it is the same
double activations
as a giant. Two guys with a raid leader.
And that's like again, that's that core competency stuff where. When you do your force construction, you can't ignore the core competency of what your tactics deck is because you're creating dead cards. You know what I mean? If you skew too far into like a certain unit type and stuff like that, you're making cards in your deck all of a sudden be dead. And it's all about complementing those core cards because they're always going to outnumber your commander cards, right? You have 12 core cards and 6 commander cards, so it's 18 cards in your deck, and that's half of them all of a sudden not being good, right? Like if 3 of those cards are dead, that's 6 cards that are dead all of a sudden in your hand, and that's way more to cycle through to try and get the good cards into your hand too. So that's one thing I'm fine with Song of Ice and Fire is as I play games, my brain kind of strips back like the way the game functions, and you can look at the design, and those core 12 cards really define what your army does. You know what I mean? So when you're building your army, if you're going too far in one direction, you can make those cards not function anymore, and your deck starts to feel
10
bad.
trappers. Most of the cards function. Actually, all of them do.
Yep.
They all have multiple stacking and bringing back to life.
Yep.
They all have a gun. They all have a melee. And every time you move, you take damage.
Trappers are good. I like how
Man sits in the middle of the
Owen can't ignore
on
skews.
his throne. Yeah.
Owen's just, I can't not skew. Born to skew. Get you a born to
I don't
skew
wanna have to
t-shirt.
think. That's the problem.
I don't want to think.
Just let me bring all the units with the same dice again, and I'll make it work.
Right. I don't think that works in this army. I don't think that works. Actually, I don't think that works in Song of Ice and Fire, because everything's a bit balanced. The decks are all, because you never have more than too many cards in your tactics deck, so it's always.
Most of the reasons I haven't gone all the way is because I just don't want to buy it all.
That's true.
I still think guard captains with nothing but guard guys, even against this, would be a nightmare.
It would be pretty bad. Yes. Oh, I would say that the Giants don't care. The Giants don't care much because they don't care about Lancer supremacy, and they just walk through your armor. Your armor is Wealth of the Rock. Don't care because they're creating that dead card. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, they can skew him to a 7.
oh no! The average dice roll passes.
Takes 3 wounds.
Yeah, that's fine.
Average dice roll just takes 3 damage.
That's true. Yeah, it's true. No, 7's on it. 7's average.
Yeah, but he's -4.
It's true. You know, it's true because it hits. It's true. You have the amount of damage you take from hits, but you also basically effectively double the amount of damage you take from morale.
Right.
That's why they have such a good morale stat, because one wound for them is effectively 2 hits. So while the Giants are kind of safe for morale, they're awesome morale stat.
Pyromancers in the second rank, just killing yourself, killing him. No armor safe. Blah, 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 blah. Take that much damage.
Yeah, but then they kill themselves too. Oh, they do cause wounds on
melee.
ones. Actually, the Pyromancers dropping stuff is actually even better for them because they go straight to wounds, I'm pretty sure.
It might be.
On a 1 to hit, you both sides take a wound on a 1 to hit. So it's actually
melee.
I know, but you go in melee because then you reroll your 2+, right?
I guess. I'm just thinking of the guard captain stands there and suffers while the pyromancers throw fire
executing college kids.
Yeah.
While they throw vials of wildfire everywhere. I think it's interesting is they will be a thing you have to consider when building your list. That's why it's 2-list meta. You just got to think about it. And same with you. Like, you just wouldn't take Giants against Scorpions. You see Night's Watch?
Yeah.
Giant, maybe take 1. You know what I mean? As like a hitting piece. Because then my Scorpions.
It'll distract the Scorpion if nothing else.
That's it. I think the Scorpions shouldn't have an alt fire.
They should just be the one.
They should just be the single shot.
Yeah, but then
you know
you
what I
get
mean?
screwed if you don't play Giants, right?
But that's it.
I guess
The Giants are screwed playing into them too. You know what I mean?
+1 damage. That's pretty good shot.
Only against solos. It doesn't do anything else against regular units. It does 1 wound against infantry.
Okay.
That's why it has the multi-fire mode.
I'd have just said make it the same for both.
Yeah.
Then you can get rid of the multi-fire and it's still always effective.
It's always effective, yeah.
Whatever. I don't know
it only goes against solo units. Whereas the rapid fire on 3 is doing like 9 sundering hits to you at 12 inches. It's pretty good.
Yep.
It's pretty great. So anyway, we'll see more Song of Ice and Fire in the future. Big thanks for watching. Next time on Mash the Zone. Not worrying. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below so you get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirts, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Deathray Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone, past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course, I will continue doing it as long as I can.